Ranking.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to support the motion and do the report as presented by the chairman. Mr. Speaker, before I go further, I would want to pass on a few comments on the motion moved by the minister relating to the variation of the budget details. We were concerned about how the whole process unfolded, and finally we had to consult ourselves, and we have had some understanding. The concern that we have is that where is that variation going to be covered? And our understanding is that it's going to come from donor. Because the budget has been fixed, any variation will have to determine where the funds will be coming from. And so we have some reasonable understanding, and going forward, we will interrogate when releases are not effected. Mr. Speaker, the Transport Ministry is so strategic that international issues will have to be sponsored by this ministry, particularly issues relating to electronic vehicle. And the policy has been unveiled. But Mr. Speaker, we also want to bring to the attention of this House that, yes, electronic vehicle has come to stay, and the whole world over have embraced it. I'm informed that Europe will in 2030 face off entirely fossil fuel, entirely. And Norway, for instance, in 2025, I'm told, will do without entirely. We in Ghana here cannot stay in isolation. We want to go with that. But our major concern, Mr. Speaker, is also the fact that our network, the roads network, is being maintained by a fund, a ring-fenced fund, road fund, to maintain the network. A chunk of the money is coming is through fuel levy, and recently even told we're abolished. And so we are concerned that as we transition into yield levy system, we must also be thinking about how we are going to get the network maintained. So that is some of the things that I think that we need to bring attention to this House. Mr. Speaker, in the report, it also came to mind that the expansion of STC and MMT routes to the northern sector must be looked at properly. In the past, we know how STC was very effective, and any time that we were traveling to Kumasi, some of us from Takoradi, and going to the northern sector, STC was one of the surest, safest means of transport. Mr. Speaker, it was a concern to many of us that the services of STC do not cover many of these areas, and the appeal is that the ministry will have to do more to get this thing there. Mr. Speaker, the other aspect of it is the airstrip in various regions. We are aware of the Bolga airstrip that has been suspended for some time now, and that of Ho and many other areas. And the understanding is that funding is a major concern. But whilst we have acquired these areas, this space, this property, and the fact that these projects have been suspended, it is proper that we maintain this space, because encroachers will come in there. So the recommendation is that the ministries will ensure that all these areas that have been suspended, all these projects that have been suspended must be safeguarded. Where it is possible to bring in the attention of the military or the police to safeguard this property against encroachers, it must be done. But it is also important, Mr. Speaker, that we put in place a care and maintenance plan or a program for all these projects that have been suspended. Otherwise, before we come back and the donor funding comes in, they would have gone bad again. And if you're not careful, people will be talking about causing financial loss to the states and many more. So the recommendation is that we should put in place a care and maintenance program or a plan so that we can safeguard the integrity of this property going forward. So, Mr. Speaker, with these few words, I want to support that the budget for the Transport Ministry, my recommendation is that it be approved so that the ministry can work and work efficiently. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.